Hey, Southport. All right, geography students. So, a couple new things that you can find on your home screen. One, I finally figured out how to have that repetitive Google Meet on Wednesdays. All right, sorry it took me so long, but I got it figured out now. All right, those are 10:45 to 11:45. So if you have any questions, especially virtual students, but even if you're an in-class learner and you have questions, okay, feel free to hop on that between 10:45 and 11:45. I will be on there to answer any questions or concerns that you may have. All right. Also, you do have now an iPass sign up. Okay, that is also on the homepage of my course. All right, where you just put in the date that you're coming to my iPass, your name, and the teacher you're coming from, and then I will then copy and paste that and put it on your teacher's iPass list. All right, for this week, all right, I'm getting ready to go through each assignment. You do have a Canadian provinces map review. You have an Ellis Island virtual museum. You're going over Judaism as an Edpuzzle for your world religion, and then you're finishing up your North American architecture assignment. Okay. If you have any questions about those after you get done watching these videos on each explanation, please let me know. But here we go for the first assignment. So, first assignment, we're starting here on the homepage for geography. We're going to go ahead into modules. And we are week 6, all right, from September 7th to 11th. All right, your first assignment is Canadian Provinces and Territories Map Review. Now, we should be pretty used to this in terms of how to submit this, but just real quick, as a refresher, you open this up and you need to get an 80% or higher on your Canadian provinces and territories. All right, there are 13 of them. Okay, you got to get 80%. Okay, so you're clicking on New Brunswick. All right, and you go on and so forth. Please get an 80% or higher, and then screenshot by hitting the Control Windows button. Okay, found here on the description. Okay, Control Windows button will screenshot the entire thing. Please make sure I can see the percentage and that you've actually completed the map. You have to complete all 13 provinces. Okay, you can't just stop when you have an 80%. You have to do it all, okay, till the end. Right. If you have questions, you can join my Google Meet on Wednesdays from 10:45 to 11:45, or you can email me. All right. On to the next assignment. Next assignment, we're back at the homepage. All right. Again, we'll go to modules, and we are now completing the Ellis Island Virtual Museum. For those of you that don't know what Ellis Island is, it was basically a spot for immigrants to come in and be checked in hopes of becoming a United States citizen. All right, this was in New York City. That eventually was closed down in the mid 1900s, but still a very valuable example of the immigration process of the early 1900s at that time. All right, so we're going to load our questions. Okay, may take a second. If this doesn't load, remember, close out of the tab, reload the Canvas page, and then open up again. All right, sometimes Canvas just is slow. All right, we're going to first start with opening up this link that will take us to where we'll find our answers. And this is the immigration station, basically. All right. Now, question 1, this is all by section. Okay, so number 1 and 2 can be found on the introduction page. Okay, you can see that right here, introduction page, which is the first page. So number 1 and 2 will be found in these 2 paragraphs. After you find numbers 1 and 2, you're moving down to stop 1. Stop 1 can be found by hitting the Start the Tour button right here. It says first stop right here at the top, the passage. So you will answer number 3, 4, and 5 on stop 1 using the reading that it provides here. When you're ready for stop 2, you'll come up here and hit next. And then you'll answer questions 6, 7, and 8A and 8B. Okay, you'll answer in the green highlighted areas for each answer. Okay, just remember you are looking in the correct section. Okay, it tells you stop 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and so on. Okay, once you're all done, okay, with the 10th stop, and that's completed, and each answer has the correct answer, at least to your knowledge, click on Submit up here. Remember, if the Submit button has disappeared and is now saying Share, exit out of the Google Doc, reload the Canvas page, and then open this up again. Your answers will be there, and the Submit button will reappear so that you can submit it. Once you've done that, okay, once you've clicked Submit, it'll pop up over here on the left side that says Submitted on this date and time to make sure that you know that you have submitted. All right, we are now on our third assignment of the week, back at the home page. So we're going to head to modules again like normal, and we are now completing the Edpuzzle for Judaism, another world religion. Again, we're going to cover a world religion every week. Okay, Judaism has some similarities to Christianity. All right, they do have some common beliefs, but there are some distinct differences, with Judaism only believing in the Old Testament versus Christians believing both in the New Testament and Old Testament. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click here and open Edpuzzle in a new window. Okay, please make sure you answer all questions to the best of your ability. If you don't remember the answer, just rewind and rewatch it. Okay, there's no penalty for that. Okay, your screen's going to look a little different. Okay, your video is going to be bigger. Okay, click play, watch and listen and answer each question correctly, and watch all the way to the end to make sure that you do get credit for your grade. Because if you don't watch all the way to the end, it doesn't give you the grade in terms of viewing it for my purposes. Okay, you may be able to get the notification, hey, you're done. But if you didn't watch all the way to the end of the video, it's not going to show up as a grade for me. Okay, so please make sure you answer and watch all the way to the end of the video. All right, your first project of the semester. All right, it's called North American Architecture Project. So we're going to choose this assignment, and we're going to open, okay, this link. Okay, once we've opened this link, you are not going to be able to type on here. So what you're going to need to do is wait for it to load. You're going to go to File, and then Make a Copy. And this is going to allow you to edit it. All right, so you're going to hit OK. You're going to make a copy of it. And once you've done that and it's loaded, then you'll be able to type on this. Okay, so that's what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to fill out your research online. Okay, so if it's not letting you edit, that means you didn't make a copy. So please make sure you do that first. Once you're here, you're going to go step by step. All right, step one, you got to choose which architecture you want to do research on. Okay, the U.S. Capitol Building, Independence Hall, Notre Dame Basilica of Montreal, the Golden Gate Bridge, or the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. That was bad pronunciation. All right, so I'm going to choose Independence Hall. So I'm going to type Independence Hall. All right, then here comes the research. All right, and again, I mentioned before, you can't use Wikipedia, so you have to find credible sites. So we open up Google. I'm going to type in Independence Hall information. Okay, and I previously know that I couldn't find anything on this website, so that's why I'm skipping it. All right, and we're going to open up ushistory.org. Okay, .orgs and .govs are usually a safe bet that they're credible. All right, maybe not 100% of the time, but usually they are. If it's not a .gov or a .org, all right, you got to use your best judgment to find out if it's actually factual and credible. Okay. So with this, all right, you got to read through all the information provided for, all right, and you are looking for the year open to use. So if we go back here, you're reading along. Right? It wasn't until 1753, 20 years after groundbreaking, before it was completed. All right, so 1753. All right. Now, you may not be able to use all of or find all of your information on one website. Okay. So once you have found everything that you can on one website, hit Control C for control copy up here. All right. You're going to go back, and there's a spot down here where you can keep track of your sources. Okay. So you just paste your link here, and that's where, and I know, hey, you got some of your information from that website. Right. And then you got to find a new website to find any information you couldn't on that particular one you started with. Okay. So please make sure you fill out each portion, okay, and fill in the proper amount. Like some say 6 to 7 complete sentences, some say 2 to 3, some say 1 to 2. All right. You do need to fill out, okay, with the proper amount of information. That's the whole point. All right. You're going to be able to tell what you're graded on by going back here and scrolling down. Okay. The accuracy and the amount of information is a third of your grade. So please make sure you don't lack in information. Okay. Now, once we've gotten all of the information done, okay, imagine you've done all this. All right, then you're moving on to step 3 and you're creating a presentation. All you're doing is taking the information that you've already found and putting it in a presentation tool. Okay, and you can choose the presentation tool. You can do a poster. You can do Google Slides. You can use Spark, Canvas, Prezi. All right, I don't care. All right, I would say Google Slides is probably the easiest. All right, but if you're a person that needs to do it with your hands, do a poster. All right. If you don't like Google Slides, use Canva or Spark or Prezi. It's up to you, but you have to know how to submit it. All right. I am not going to sit here and explain every single presentation tool and how to submit this. All right. So if you choose it, you better be able to understand and know how to submit the presentation. Okay. It's very important to understand. Now, along with the information that you include in this presentation, you need to also include 3 images that help represent what your architecture stands for. Okay, you can, like, what it looks, what it symbolizes. It needs to be 3 images. Okay, clear images, not pixelated. All right, not drawn if you do a poster like a 2-year-old. All right, they need to be well represented images of your piece of architecture. All right, once you've done that, now comes the double checking. All right, once you double checked, you have everything, then you are going to submit. Okay, you need to submit this particular copy of your research. Okay, so that's one thing. All right, so if you come over here and you try to hit submit assignment, okay, you're going to choose file. You're going to choose the Google Drive that you did all your information research on. Okay, so you'll attach that, and then you will attach, by hitting add another file, you will attach your presentation. Okay, so you need to attach 2 things, all right, to this assignment. All right, the only time you're not going to use the second file is if you do a poster. Okay, if you do a poster, all right, you can bring it into class. All right, if you're a virtual student, you need to take a very clear and readable picture of your poster if you choose to do that. Okay, and then once you have attached both, you'll hit submit assignment. All right, again, I know this is our first project, so if you do have any questions, please ask. I will always clarify.